This is a quick video for my brother who wanted to know what programs I was using to do mapping and things like that for MotionX that I use on the bike. So this is just kind of a quick introduction of what I do. So what I've got open here is Google Earth, and I want to go into a certain part of the state that I haven't been before. So I know I haven't been down here, this area. And I start with Google Earth because it tells me the county names, and there's 99 counties in Iowa. I can never keep them straight. So, so I can tell by looking at this that I know that this Rathman area is kind of interesting. It's kind of built up right around the lake, but the tributaries that run south into Missouri, there's some just geographically interesting looking stuff going through here. This place is for whatever reason, it's not built up farmland. There's trees there, so and the roads are crooked, so that's all good stuff. So I know I want to go look into Appanoose County in this area and this corner of it. So to start with, I'll go over to the county maps. And in Iowa, they've got all of the counties in just a PDF geolocated map. You can actually just use these straight on a bike if you have just a PDF viewer, and they're geolocated. So if you have the right PDF viewer, it will actually show you where you are on these maps. So here's Appanoose. I'll open it up and kind of move around. And the way that they've got these broken out in Iowa is earthen roads are green, gravel roads are red, and then there's everything else, interstates and stuff. And so what you're really looking for are red and green to get the most interesting stuff. So we were kind of interested in this part. Yeah, those are all nice squiggly roads. So be interested to see what's going on here. Some B roads, but not a lot. Usually, like there's lots of dead ends of just earthen roads that go up to the rivers and things like that you can explore, but half the time they're closed. There's some good ones there, and that one's kind of interesting because I know it's gravel and a bridge, dirt road on each side, so I'd be curious to see what's there. You can also tell that the roads kind of bend around these little tiny tributaries, which makes it probably interesting territory to look at. You go back to Google Earth and look in that same area. Oh, come on. And yeah, that's a really hilly country in there, so it's pretty, I bet. So, time to go figure out where to go and explore. That's a road you want to go down. So, let's see, where are we? There. So I know this is X-Line, just really cool looking roads that I want to go see south and east of there. I want to pick up that road. The 610 goes over, and I can pick up those B roads and then go north. So kind of got to keep this open. I'm going to start in Google Earth just to show you how to, if that's the program you want to use to do this, how to do it. There's X-Line. There's that road I want to go see. Kind of. A lot of times I'll use like two computers to do this just because it's a little bit easier to have the PDF up on screen. I think it was 611 that had that. Yeah, there it is. And it's just easier if you have this up on multiple monitors, but I want to go see the 611 piece. Okay, got a rough plan, so let's map. Find X-Line again, and I'm just going to start over here. So what you do is you start a path, and we'll call it X-Line. Now, a lot of people will just click OK, save. That saves the path, which you don't have anything on yet, so don't do that. Just move it down out of the way. And let's just start from X-Line, and I've got the path tool open, so it's showing me this kind of square box target. And what that does is give me the tool so that I can start putting points on the map. And so these are track points. Oops. And one of the problems with Google Earth is it's just tricky to use. You have to you can't click. Every time you click, you're making a point. Okay, so track point after track point, you just start lining this out. All right, and you can be as precise or imprecise as you want. You know, okay, I want to go there. I know I want to go here. I want to go from there, there. Oh, you know, there's that interesting road. So you can get in and be really precise where it's perfectly on top of the road. It's just up to you. Some programs have difficulty with too many track points, and they'll shut down at about 250. So, and you can go back and edit GPX files and dumb down the number of points. But anyway, okay. So there is coming out of X-Line the road that I wanted to go down. We'll go on from there. So here's the trouble with doing this with Google Earth. Okay, so I've got X-Line now. I've got that track done. It's now in my places, long list of different things to see. Okay, if I double click that, I can save that place to my desktop as a KML or a KMZ. So I'm going to save it as a KML because I know of a tool where I can convert that. And click Save. Let's say we're done kind of with Google Earth now. So here's my KML. I can open that up in different ways. Come on. Text. And this is what the KML looks like. It's got a lot of crap in it. A lot of detail that Google Earth is using. But it's an XML file, so it looks a lot like an HTML file. If I go online, there are free tools. So KML2GPX is one of the free tools out there that you can use. And you just select how you want to convert one way or the other. So we want to go KML to GPX. I'm going to choose the file. It's on my desktop. Convert. And then download. Okay. So now I've got this GPX file, which they always have to jack with the name. I don't know why. There we go. So there's X-Line. Again, we're going to open it with just a text program to see what's in it now. And a lot of detail about, how the file was created, how it was converted. It's unnecessary. I think you could get rid of most of it. But essentially what you're seeing is a GPS point for each track point. So there's the first track point, here's longitude, latitude, and it also has elevation. So it's got stuff you don't really need. You could get rid of most of that. Anyway, so there's all the points. And so this shows me in our track, we just did 50 points. And it's a GPX file, so you could email that to yourself and open it up in any program that'll read the GPX file and you're good to go. So the other tool that I really like to use is this thing called GPX Editor, and it was either free or really inexpensive. Download through the App Store. So again, we're in this area, right? Where's X-Line? X-Line. There it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that X-Line GPX file in this program. And boom, there it is. There's our line that we made coming out of X-Line. And again, I know I want to go down here and then back up to Udell right there. So it's capable of reading the GPX file. Here's the file name, the actual track, I'm sorry. And that's a track segment that you see here. And you can add to that by just adding a new segment. So let's do that. So you can hide or show the track points. It's got this line that it shows around, the boundaries of where you're tracking, and I wish it didn't do that. I don't know how to turn it off. So there's our track points. Let's start a new segment. Well, I started a new track, sorry. And yeah, this program is, I'm not as well versed in it. But anyway, so what you do in this program is you hold down the shift key and you can set your points. Okay. So we go there, and then we got to make a choice of, paths south. Looks like that, if it goes through, would be more interesting. So let's do that one. If you ever mess up, you can always click that point and move it. So pretty easy program to work with. Always click your last point. Okay. Okay. And you just go on from there. And a lot of times it's going back and forth to figure out, okay, where am I on this map? Here's this street name. I'm at 605th, at 605th. Go back to your, figure out where you are on this thing. We're coming south, we did this. So 611th, 605th, might have gone too far. 605th is here, and there. 610th, back here. No, that's where we wanted to go, I think. Anyway, you get the idea. So we've got a new track recorded. Here's all of our new points that we've recorded in that track. It's in addition to the track that came over from Google. So now we can just say, okay, we want to save. And it's saved into the Xline GPX file. So if you go back and open this up again with just a text reader, we had 50 points in the first file. Okay. And there was the end, the last track point, the end of that segment. So here's a new track. It doesn't have any name. And the stuff that comes out of GPX Editor is a lot cleaner. It's just the longitude, latitude. Okay, so that's a lot easier for other programs to read, and that's why that you'll have some stuff that comes through these multiple conversions coming out of Google Earth, that this extra stuff will interfere with their ability to read that file. This one is so straightforward. It's just great. So, okay, once you've done that, you've got a GPX file. You can open your mail program, however you do it, email that GPX file to yourself, and then open it up on your iPhone. If you're using something like MotionX, the program itself will open that file directly straight into the program and import it, and then you've got that track. Other programs may have a conversion process or things like that, but it's as simple as that. Email it out, and you're done. So that's roughly what I do when I do, complicated, trying to figure out, where to travel in advance. Now, a lot of times, like I said, you can just use this map and go out and explore the Iowa DOT version of this. These are geolocated PDF maps, and so you can just pull this up on like Avenza is a program that you can use on the iPhone, which is great because you just pop it open, it shows you where you are on this map, and you start following lines.